Hey guys, and welcome to the Crypto Detective channel. Anthony Welfare here, posting this top 200, and Ripple is named in the CNBC World's top 200 fintech companies. Here's the article, the top 200 global fintech companies. The complete list is down below. And the categories here include neobanking, digital payments, digital assets, digital financial planning, digital wealth management, alternate financing, alternate lending, digital banking solutions, digital business solutions. You guys can see a theme here: digital, 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 digital. Everything is moving away from analog payments and moving towards a new financial system. On this list, you can see some Ripple partners, like AirWallex. Let's just go through some of these and see what else we have here. Binance is on the list, Bitmart. Finastra on the list, another Ripple partner. FIS, another Ripple partner there. Well, you can peruse the list at your leisure. Continuing to move through, though, let's get to our Ripple is right there, Ripple, San Francisco, United States. And they are in the category for digital payments specifically. Now, we know Ripple does more than digital payments. But obviously, for this particular list, digital payments is what they are specifically on the list for. So this just came out yesterday, and I got to say congratulations to the Ripple team. Obviously, maintaining their spot on this list. I think they were on the list last year too. We can see they can be a shining example, a beacon of hope for the crypto industry, despite the fact that the SEC wants to regulate crypto into the ground and prevent us from getting rich. And they really want to prevent that. I was talking to some family friends yesterday, and the kid is 17 years old, and he is getting into trading. And I was asking him, "What are you trading?" And he's telling me Forex. And I go, "Forex? Why not get into crypto?" And he said, "Well, my mom is not really too sure about that." And I just kind of laughed and thought to myself, this is still what, the majority of people unlike you and I who do our research every day, but this is the thing, right? People don't get that this is an emerging asset class, and they might get fooled by the meme coin stories. And of course, if that's all you're hearing, Pepe coin, going up and then crashing down, or Hex, all these mainstream stories about the negativity surrounding crypto. Well, I can't blame them. You're not going to want to invest in an asset class that is sketchy, I guess. At least the optics suggest that it is. But of course, I had a discussion with them, and hopefully, maybe open their eyes a little bit with regards to cryptocurrency. But I guess just back to my point here, great to see a crypto-related company here on this list. And Ripple has been on this list several years in a row. Deal of Brown here also posting this just this morning, early this morning, August 3rd. It's a wrap. All 15 use case pilots have been completed on schedule July 31st. Congratulations to all industry teams that pulled together to make this real Australian CBDC pilot happen. Some more info here with regards to the Australian Central Bank digital currency running on the XRP ledger. Look out for the findings report next month, so they are going to go back and create a findings report with regards to that. And Australia not the only central bank interested in RippleNet. Of course, we got this news the other day. The Bank of England and Ripple explored synchronized settlement of payments using the interledger protocol. Now some are saying that this is brand new news, but guys, I looked into this. This is from 2019. But the reignited excitement, I think, does speak volumes, because now we're getting closer to that real-world utility. People haven't been following interledger closely enough since TiVo. Biditch XRP here on Twitter, they have been making huge inroads in the Asian countries, the ASEAN countries, Africa, big in South Africa and South America. Wasn't expecting the Bank of England, even though it's clear they've been pro-Ripple for quite some time now. So, FinExtra is also reposting this. The Bank of England has completed a proof of concept with Ripple, exploring the synchronized movement of two different currencies in two different simulated real-time gross settlement, RTGS, systems using the interledger protocol. RTGS is a critical piece of national infrastructure and the backbone of UK payments, settling hundreds of billions of pounds each working day. The BOE has spent several years working on a replacement that would add new functionality to support the synchronization of cash movement made in RTGS with the movement of cash and assets held in other systems. As part of an effort to analyze the technical options, the central bank's fintech accelerator has been working with Ripple on a proof of concept focused on a high-value cross-border payment scenario in which transactions in two different currencies are executed simultaneously in two different simulated RTGS systems that could represent two different countries. So reinvigorate enthusiasm. The thing that I wanted to mention here was this one from Titan here at Zeus1 on Twitter. The goal date for their new RTGS is 2024. So this is, from what I understand, fairly new news. I don't know if we knew this before. So just the settlement models here. The new system will include updated feeds. Here's like automatic notifications, increased information exchange capacity, and the option to forward schedule movements between accounts in RTGS. It will have the capacity to support a diverse range of settlement models, including systems operating on innovative payment technologies, such as those built on distributed ledger technology. And the synchronization piece here, we are exploring demand for synchronization functionality, the ability to synchronize cash movements and RTGS. With the movement of cash or assets and other systems, we are exploring functionality where a trusted third-party synchronization operator could earmark an order to transfer funds between participating institutions' accounts and RTGS once required conditions have been met. Potential use cases include housing transactions, corporate actions, and cross-border payments. So, that is what we want to hear, the cross-border synchronization point. Though a joint project with Ripple demonstrating that synchronized FX transactions in two different simulated RTGS systems can be achieved, leading to the incorporation of synchronization functionality in the roadmap for renewal. And here they even mention atomic settlement, something that Bobway has been talking about for years and that we just rediscovered a few months ago. So the atomic settlement, basically what Bobway said is, once we have one central bank doing that, boom, the rest is history. Every central bank will be getting on that, and this is supposed to be going live in 2024. XRPam here saying go live 2024. I did not see or hear that unless I missed it any more specified date than just the year. Titan says here, Google RTGS Bank of England 2024. It's actually the spring of 2024. I think you'd meant to say here. Let me just click on this and see if we can get any information here. In 2017, we published a blueprint. What else do we got here? I'm just doing this on the fly, guys. So just bear with me there. Where do we got anything here? I don't know. I do not see anything here. However, this page was last updated only a few months ago, March 2023. But apparently, it's supposed to be spring of 2024. Anyway, I will leave all this in the description of the video. And let's just try one last thing here. Let's Google that. And just see what we can find here. On April 25, 2023, the Bank of England published a statement on the renewable real-time gross settlement service. In the statement, the BOE confirms that the renewed service will take effect June of 2024. So in the spring, early summer, I guess, and will deliver benefits across a number of areas. RTGS lies at the heart of every payment in the UK. And guys, that was just updated a few months ago, less than 4 months ago. So that is the new updated information we've got here. Atomic settlement, we could see that as soon as next year. So wanted to thank Titan here for posting that. Obviously, T-Holby Ditch as well, for posting this initial BOE article revolving around RippleNet and their use case and proof of concept that they're working with. They're now shifting to Ripple partner Finastra. Guys, a shift to instant payments means a shift away from analog to digital payments. So similar to what I was saying earlier here, right, with digital payments, digital, this is what Ripple partner Finastra is even saying, courtesy of ISO 2002. 2, let's do it here on Twitter. Listen to this. I think the real issue that we have here is it's a fairly profound change that we're going through. And it's a great time to be in payments because there's never been a time before in our industry where we've moved from analog payments, because that's what everything has been before, to digital payments, and instant payments around the world are pretty much all now being deployed as digital instant payments. And that makes a huge difference. And I think, therefore, that paradigm is probably the most important thing. We talked about instant payments, but actually, if you juxtapose the two, we're really talking about the move from analog, as I say, to digital, and that is the most profound piece. The move away from analog and to digital payments, guys, that is where the future lies. And you know, financial, the guys over there at Finastra are also saying the same. So is it any surprise that the first crypto company out of the gate partnering with all these central banks are making huge moves, and especially now that we've got the clarity for XRP, we're going to start seeing moves in the United States. I don't know if you guys caught the video I did this morning with Monica Long saying, you know, we're really engaging now with our US customers. If you guys didn't catch that video, I'll link it up here in the top right-hand corner. But this is also going to have an effect on the rest of the world because the rest of the world does business with the United States. So you know the technology one meme, it's got to be interoperable, but it will be a lot more efficient once we see all these countries running on RippleNet at least in one capacity or another. Now the other thing I wanted to mention was this kind of on topic, but also shifting it a bit to a danger be prepared kind of theme here, guys. This one from Brad Hill here on Twitter due to XRP being the only digital asset with legal regulatory clarity. This is now possible now, guys. This is William Barney, William Barney. He's a former banker and here he's talking about the greatest transfer of wealth in history and how this will take place this month. Now he did, full disclosure, he did talk about this at the end of July. So it was about a week ago. I'm just discovering it now. And even in this clip, he says, you know the dates, I'm not entirely sure about the dates, he says it could happen as early as the end of this month, obviously, we have not seen any major moves. But in this same clip, he does talk about the fact that we could be seeing it silently occur, or maybe not seeing it at all, it's happening behind closed doors in the reevaluation of assets happening within government. As we speak, I guess I should just probably play the clip, because you probably get a better sense. If you just listen to what he says here, we could possibly hit the point of the wealth transfer, beginning this month. I realize there's only 11 days left, that's not a lot of time. But at the moment that this is moving in terms of activity, and what's being exposed, things could move very rapidly. What I do expect in terms of some of the historical assets, and revaluation of currencies, is that some of that will take place during the quiet time. In other words, when ABS happens, there's going to be a stay in your home, there's going to be 10 days of communication blackout, or at least that's what we're hearing. And there could be during that time, even appointments being made and transactions being done very quietly in the background. This will be all with heavy NDAs. No one's supposed to talk about the transactions, talk about where they get their money, or anything like this. It's going to take some time to work through that. I think between now and let's say in September, or maybe late September. So the next 2 months plus, we could be seeing those things take place in the background. I think by the time we get into late September, it's going to be publicly in the face of everyone. Hey, there's a financial change occurring here. I hate putting dates to anything, and I want to just put a window out there. It is a 2023 thing. And this is all subject to change at any given day. So if it doesn't happen tomorrow, well, don't freak out. It is unfolding, and it will happen. Some of the things that we've been seeing over the last week here is train derailments continuing. We've had 3 additional quite nasty ones. So then he switches topics a little bit, going on to train derailments may be a bit of a distraction for what is really going on. You guys heard in this clip, reevaluating currencies, how this could all be quietly happening behind the scenes. And he gave us a window. He says it could start as early as last month, which was July, and I mean, we're not seeing anything really dramatic happening. But he gives us a window, guys, it could happen. He says it's a 2023 thing. But the goalposts keep moving, but it is set to happen in 2023 maybe between now and September, which is only 1 month away. Now I did a little bit more research on this guy. I found another clip here. I don't know, it looks as though this is from the same. Looks as though it's from the same interview here, but I got a bit of a longer clip. This is from Upstairs One on TikTok, posted 2 days ago. William Barney, former banker. Listen to this. It's going to play it from the beginning here. We're at a pivotal point in history. I'm sure many of you sense that. And it's not to be understated. We're undergoing such a transition in the world. Many have compared the coming events to like the parting of the Red Sea. Well, this is far beyond that. The scope is much bigger. It covers the entire planet as we're nearing a point of the collapse. And they announced that in the last 12 months, $200 billion in deposits have left Chase Bank. This is huge, folks. We have the makings of a baking apocalypse, unlike anything we've ever seen in our lives. The military's bent on mass movement throughout the United States. There have been heavily movements in 27 states. There's more coming. We've even seen it here locally. They were literally driving a tank down the main drag here in town. It was unbelievable. So a lot of choppers going overhead, military aircraft. Everest-like, what's going on? Well, we're actually in the midst of the roundup, and they're kind of doing this strategically, because they can't. This isn't something to do in one day. It's just too big for that show. they're doing it in pieces. I'm going to leave it there, guys, but there's about another 5 minutes left of this clip. Very interesting conversation here with Will Barney, former banker. The transfer of wealth is real, and I hope you guys are safeguarding yourself. Keep your crypto safe on a cold wallet storage solution. Invest in precious metals, that's another way to safeguard yourself. Again, personally, I'm only keeping enough money in the bank to operate, so operational funds for bills, etc. Don't keep too much money in the bank because, as you heard it here, it could collapse. We could see a blackout for 10 days, then a new financial system will emerge. All signs pointing to a new digital financial system, DLT technology running on RippleNet. That's just my opinion, though. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments.